Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we are going to be solving the arrays challenge. So the first task says your task is to create an array which holds three elements of type felt 252. The first element there's a mistake here, yeah, should be zero. Make me compile and pass the test. So let's check the program. We have the create array function, which returns an array of file 252. So we have this variable a, which is supposed to be an array. This is instantiating. If you want to instantiate an array with file 252, you can either do it this way, right? Or you can specify, you can be explicit with your type. We are using file 252, right? So we can have it like this. So which other, if it's different types, you can just have the type maybe U256. You can have it as well, U256 right in here. So it says something to change here. So we are appending one to the array. The first things first, we're supposed to, this array is supposed to have the mute keyword because we are going to be adding, appending items to the elements of the array we might want to like remove from the array, right? So we are like we want to like change. So to be able to like change the state of the A array, right, we need to put the mute keyword. So the our first element should be zero, so we need to change this one to zero. And then the task also says it has to hold three elements of file 252. So we just need to add two more elements, append um 90, okay, and then let's append 6. So we're going to be leaving this A. We want it to return. I mean, there's a return. There should be. We should return something. We want it to return something, right? So either we do this or we just do return with this. We are just going to leave it as it was initially. So if we check this test, we are not supposed to change anything in the test, but we just want to check it out. So we have test array length. So the test has is testing this array, right? It has this variable a. It calls this create array. Right? Once it creates the array, we have three items in the array, right? So it's asserting that the length of the array is 3, as the task says, right? The length of the array is 3. And also, it asserts that a dot pop front dot unwrap equals to 0. First element is not 0. It also satisfies the second, our second to do, which says the first element should be 0. So this pop front is a method that is used to remove the first element in an array. In Cairo, you can remove element from the back of the array, right? Just like every other programming language, you can like pop from the back, right? But in Cairo, you have to like it has to be from the front. So which is why we have pop front. And then we are unwrapping to get like the pop front. Okay, let's just move forward. So to get actually like unwrapping to get like the main value that this is popping out, which should be 0, right? Okay, so let's test, and that should work. Okay, so let's move to the next task. Your task is to make the test pass without modifying the create array function. We are not to modify this. Make me compile and pass the test. So we are not to modify this function, and the function is creating an array, is instantiating an array, and then the array has the item of 42, it's appending it to the array, and then it returns, right? So we have the function remove element from the array. To do something to do here, is there an array method I can use? Just like I already mentioned from the previous task, the way that we can remove element from from an array in Cairo is to make use of the pop front method. So that is just what we're going to do. Uh, what we just need to do is to call a dot pop front, pop front dot unwrap, right? Um, yes, let's mute this calls this. Okay, so let's just test and see what we have. Okay, why is it taking so long? I think that should be my network. So, mm, so like I was saying before, when you use the pop front method, it actually doesn't return the main value. Okay, so we have this issue. Something went wrong with your code. Something went wrong with your code, failed to compile, unexpected type. Um, okay, I think let me see. Let me see. Hmm. So we have, okay, this one is only taking a reference. The A coming in is taking a reference of the A array. If it's taking a reference, that means we should be able to call this. This should work right now. This should work. So normally the pop front doesn't give you doesn't return the value, right? Doesn't return the actual value. It returns it like in a box. So it returns like an option that can now be unwrapped. So it returns the option containing the removed elements, that's some the removed element, and option none if the array is empty. So we still have this issue. What could be the problem? Let's see. Okay, let's go through this again. And then let's just go through the test. Let's mute because the create array is creating the array dot should be equals to 42, of course. And then the second one, So what is what is making the code not to compile? 'Returning fail 252 as it should. This still says unhandled. So I used unwrapped and it still didn't work. So how else are we supposed to? What is wrong? I don't understand. Okay, yeah, exactly. I think we already used unwrap, and I don't know why it wasn't working, but it works just fine now. So the hold up, the array, the array we are popping from the array using the unwrap. It's just like I said. Um, if we pop front, it returns an option, some or none, right? If you follow through from the options challenge, you know, you understand better what I mean by some and option, some and none, right? So let's move to the next. The next task says make me compile and pass the test. So we have the create array function that returns an array of fail 252. Something to change here. Let A, oh yeah, it's just obvious. We have to have the mute keyword, and then we are appending 0, 1, 2. So we have A dot pop front dot unwrap. And then it says let mute A equals to create array. To do, modify the method called below to make the test pass. You should not change the index accessed. Okay, so we have to modify the method. This is a method called below to make the test pass. Okay, so basically, what we're going to do is to add this asterisk sign. Is to add that asterisk sign. So normally, when you we we call the index to get the index of an array, right? It returns like in a box. It will not return the exact value for us, right? So for us to like get the exact value, to like unbox the item, the element in that index, we have to use the asterisk sign, right? That's so so this array creates append 0, append 1, append 2. Okay, so let's test. It's failing, something went wrong. Out of index out of bounds. Okay, so that means these two that we are calling here is out of bound. Okay, we have 0, 1, 2. That's, we have three items, three elements, but our index ranges from 0 to 2. And then at this point, we are pumping out this. So it's we are left with two elements. So that means two, this index of two is actually not correct. So what could make it pass if we use one or zero, but this said we should not change the index access. So what we are just going to do is to append a new element. Okay, we can append a new element right here. Dot append, and that should work just fine. Okay, yes. So this has bring us to the end of this challenge. In the next video, we are going to be going through structs. Thank you for watching and see you